It's Grammy, Grammy, it's Grammy, Grammy, it's Grammy.
Go ahead.
It's Pumpy, Pumpy, it's Pumpy, Pumpy, it's Pumpy.
Yay!
Okay, so, how was it like when you were little, with your grandma and grandpa?
Okay, this is just a test, so let's pause it right there.
Hi, it's my turn to say happy birthday and tell some of my stories. So uh, I'll never forget a time that we went to Oshkosh, and if there was any doubt in the family of whether or not you actually flew an F-15, I can unequivocally say all doubts were erased when I watched you climb up the F-15 and you could tell that you knew exactly where to put your hands and feet and climb up that as if you've done it a million times. So anyhow, and gladly to say also that the family potato soup recipe has been well preserved and documented, and will live on for years to come. Again, happy birthday, and hope you guys are doing well.
So, how was it when you were growing up with your, well, when you were with your grandpa?
So I remember lots of. Oh, you covered up the camera with your fingers. Okay, stop it. Hey, Walter, tell me a joke for Grammy and Pumpy's birthday.
Okay. Well, there was this teacher, and the teacher was, so he was walking to this kid's house, and he knocks on the door, the kid opens the door, and the teacher asks, "Are your parents here?" And the kid says, "No, they was in, but now they is out." And the teacher says, "Oh my, they was in, they is out? Where is your grammar?" And he says, "In the kitchen, making cookies."
Ha ha ha.
It's Grammy, Grammy, it's Grammy, Grammy, it's Grammy.
And of course, who could forget Pizzelli's? Every time Grammy tells me she made Pizzelli's and Pumpy helped and got to eat the dough, I always think about Pizzelli dough and how good it is. One of these days I'm going to make some. And also chicken pot pie, which is not like anybody else's pot pie in the world, but is in fact the best chicken soup known to man. Thank you for teaching me to make the noodles, because I have done it a few times and they're so good. I'm going to keep making them. Go ahead.
It's Pumpy, Pumpy, it's Pumpy, Pumpy, it's Pumpy.
Yay!
So, how was it? Well, what do you remember what were you doing with your grandma and grandpa when you were growing up with them? When you were with them?
I remember going over to their house a lot, and they would both make really good food. Grammy would make us corn cakes for brunch, and I would have some buttermilk on the side, and it was really good. And Pumpy made the best potato soup in the whole world, and thank goodness he taught Daddy, Keith, how to make it, so now we can have it once in a while.
Yeah. Did you now, since you told us some of the stuff, did you play anything?
Grammy would make treasure hunts for Uncle Tom and me.
Mm.
So she would put all the clues on little pieces of paper and hide them around the house. And each clue would tell you the next place to look. There was always one hidden in Pumpy's pocket.
That's funny. And I bet you had a very good time.
We did. We always had a good time.
Yeah. Was there one time that they had to babysit for you?
Well, a lot of times we would stay at their house if Grandma and Grandpa Paxton, my mom and dad, were going out of town.
Yeah.
And including the time that Grandma and Grandpa went to go find a place for us to live in Minnesota. We stayed with Grammy and Pumpy,
Yeah.
and I remember it was Halloween. We were at Grammy and Pumpy's house, and they called from Minnesota to tell us that there was 2 feet of snow on the ground. It was the great Halloween blizzard. Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
2 feet, that's a lot.
It is a lot of snow for any time of year, but especially for Halloween.
Yeah. Wow.
But after that, we ended up moving to Minnesota, and Grammy and Pumpy stayed in Michigan, and we were all kind of sad about that. But I remember Grammy telling me that God must have had something better planned for us in Minnesota, and she was right. He took really good care of us. But I was glad she said that.
Yeah. And was there any other time?
Trying to think. Do you have any good memories from going out there?
Wow.
Huh? How about the time that we caught fireflies in their backyard? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. All right, what's a good memory you have of Grammy and Pumpy?
Well, when we just went out there, when I got to do that little puppet that Granny.
Oh, Grammy's marionette. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was really fun. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Okay. What? Just tell me some things about like what you did. Just like tell me anything about them.
Grammy and I would play cards a lot, so she taught me how to play a bunch of different card games, but eventually we settled on Rummy. We played a lot of Rummy, and she would make me keep scores to practice my math, which turned out good. I did end up doing a lot of math in college.
Yeah, you are good at math.
Well, thank you. And I remember sometimes when I would stay with Grammy, Pumpy would be away on business trips,
Yeah.
which were probably much more interesting than they sounded. And he would bring me oyster crackers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I remember that, but after he came back from trips, sometimes he would have oyster crackers and he would bring them back to me. And I still love oyster crackers to this day. Yeah.
It's Grammy, Grammy, it's Grammy, Grammy, it's Grammy.
Go ahead.
It's Pumpy, Pumpy, it's Pumpy, Pumpy,